Are we live?
Hey guys.
We are live.
Are we live? Are we live?
Yes, guys.
We are live.
Come in. We've got 13 people inside ready. Drop us likes, drop us a comment on Facebook and say hi to us. Okay, so today, me, Bobby, and Tana will be sitting with you guys for the next 2 hours, talking cars.
2 hours.
Are you? Bye.
Why?
I cannot sit in my car so long.
Hi, Anthony. Thanks for joining us as always.
Hello.
Okay, MHEJ, Robot King. So, a couple of you guys
hello.
saying hi from my channel. Right.
Yo, what's wrong with Facebook? Horrible.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about cheap cars earlier, Bobby, correct?
Yeah.
I just got a note on my other screen coming out. I picked up some stuff from UK coming here, and I remember like I spent more on shipping parts into Malaysia than you all spent on an old car.
Actually, right? Yeah. You know, actually, the whole thing about owning all these old cars or classic cars, right? It's not just the money. It's the time, to go to the internet, source for parts in this place, that place, and all. Then you ship them in, and you got to wonder whether the thing lepas custom or not.
Custom, I got contact now. Like, you want, let me know. I got Jalan.
Okay.
I paid enough customs to know how to lepas custom.
No, when you buy stuff from overseas,
yeah.
Just ask them to write is warranty claim. That's what I do. Yeah.
But yeah, shipping is crazy. But the parts are also crazy. I mean, like if you think about even Audi brake pads are like, you're talking about 30 pounds or like some small amount over there compared to what we pay over here. So it's a lot of parts. If you got the volume, it's just crazy if you import from overseas. And there's a company called FCP Euro in US. Bobby, get this, Bobby.
Yes.
Imagine you buy from. It's a company called FCP Euro in US. If you buy from them, Bobby, all parts, I repeat, all parts can be your tire, can be your engine oil, can be anything, lifetime warranty. That means if your plug rosak, send back there to give you new plugs.
How can you warrant lifetime warranty a wear and tear part?
This is the concept. The concept is that their prices are, let's say, about pretty much above market price. But you buy a part with them. For them, it's like you're a car guy. You buy a part. Most likely, you go through how many cycles of parts. After that, you won't. But you got to give the parts back to them. So pack the part that you have before, pack it and send back to them, and give you a new part. You only pay for shipping. Imagine you got a Ferrari or a Maserati.
Oh, okay. That's clever, actually, right? Because
clever.
At the end of the day, all this you need to. For business to be sustainable, you need to structure in a way that is profitable, right? And okay, yeah. So first comment, EV Loves Mac asked us, what do we think about the new FE Civic? And we'll get onto that soon, all right, after this. But before we start the show, HP, let's flash back to what what we have done over the last 1 week.
Great brakes. Great sound.
The environment around you, and that's what I love about so much.
Dia punya head unit infotainment dia anjakkan ke atas menjadikan lebih floating.
As you can see there, that a person could actually fit inside the leg well over here.
Before I retire, I must own one Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, I just have one question. Tana, what were you doing just now inside there?
No, because when we bought the Almera, there was a joke around people that say like the back room of the Almeras, that leg area, that where you put your legs in, is so big someone can sit there. That's how big it is. And the way they did it is that the fact that the seats are actually shorter. So for Asian people, it's fine. For non-Asian people, the tires are too long, it won't fit. But it's impressive how big the Almera is.
Hey, so
Oh,
they also shortened the seat cushion, right?
Yeah. The seat cushion is short. That's how
So
they made the
means that
car
when,
suspicious.
when an adult sits there, it doesn't reach the back of the thighs lah. So it's sort of like a cheating leg room lah.
I mean, for like my size, our size, okay, Bobby may not lah, but our size, we are quite short. It's fine, short enough. But yeah, it's meant for an Asian market, like it's an Asian market car, meant to cater for the Asian lifestyle, and yeah, it's a smart way of packaging the whole thing together. I don't know how they can sell overseas lah. Like
they sold that car overseas, all right. They sold that car in China, in US, in Russia, but obviously the car standards is not for European markets lah. Hey Bobby, don't show like that.
But I have a comment here from one person.
It's so inappropriate in a petrol station in a car.
Gary says Con is sitting too straight. Con is sitting are you sure in the car or not? See, Bobby in the car. Bobby's sitting in the car, like relax and back. You are not sitting in the car.
Hey, I remember the upright one in the cars. Bobby will testify to that. Okay, so coming back to EV Loves Max question, what do we think about the Honda Civic? So last Friday, Honda Thailand launched the Civic for our market, and I was there. No lah, just kidding. This was just Photoshop. Okay, so the Civic was launched. This 11th Gen Civic was launched globally in April, and now it is here in our region in Thailand. It should.
Oh, I thought launched already. Not yet.
No lah. This was from Thailand. It should launch in Malaysia. Well, it would have been this year, but if not because of the ongoing situation, I'm guessing next year will be our earliest bet lah. This image here, I believe, this is the US spec car. So, guys, share with us your thoughts on the car. What do you guys think? The exterior to me
comments
is
or us.
First us and also the comments.
Oh, I think the sales would explode. This one.
You think so?
Yep.
Despite this being a more conservatively styled car than the FC.
You finally can buy a car that looks like European sedan with Japanese. You dare to buy it because it's a Honda. It's Japanese. And it has all the European looks, European design. It looks like an Audi A3, right? Even the European interior. So I think this will sell.
Well, our guru Theophilus has just spelled out the dimensions for us.
202 Honda Accord 7th Gen 465.
So basically this car is bigger than the 7th Gen Accord Euro. Right. Yeah.
But the 7th Gen Accord Euro, is that a big car?
Was it the one that your brother had, Bobby?
My brother one is the one before this one. My brother one was that one debuted in 1996 or 7. 2002 should be the following one.
So I think as the Japanese market, I think Civic always has been class leader in terms of design. I mean, even from when I was a small child, it's always been the Civic that they look after or that they want to get, not the Altis or not the Toyota. It's always the Honda.
You know,
Civic,
back when I was
Civic, Civic no longer selling in Japan, right?
With the FC they stopped it. They did stop selling it with the FC.
Yeah,
the FC.
It no longer sells in Japan, right?
Yeah. But the thing about the Civic is that, like what Tana said, right? It has always managed to sustain that interest. Even you see, it's remarkable because the Civic is playing in a segment that everybody say it's dying. Everybody's moving from C segment sedans to SUVs. If you rewind back 20 years ago, C segment sedans are like the default car for Malaysians, where most of us are like a one car per household nation. Most people buy the C segment. It's either a Civic or a Corolla or the Nissan equivalent. But now, Nissan is out of that segment, right? Mazda 3 and Corolla Altis are like priced. I've moved beyond the 130K price bracket, and now the Civic, I just realized, it's the only car in this segment that is still assembled locally in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is that, right, it's amazing how the Civic still somehow manages to have that appeal, right? I think I would say the Civic is the one that is single-handedly maintaining the appeal of the C segment.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Totally agreed. I think among the range, all the Civics have got their followers.
The FD in particular is a very, very popular. You know, it's amazing. The FD is what, 15 years old today?
Wow.
It's 15 years old, you know. And and I remember back then when the FD first came out, we were like, wow, you know, it's set inside the digital dashboard and all that.
I think, Connor, the reason the Civic is more resilient than the Corolla as to this whole onslaught of SUVs, right? Do you remember last time when you have these two, right? The Corolla is the more family man kind of car, right?
Correct.
And then the Civic is the more boy racer, more sportier appeal, right?
Correct.
So
correct.
Now the family buyers, they have all go towards SUVs.
Correct.
Right? Whereas those who still love driving, who still want to enjoy their drive, enjoy modding their cars, right? The Civic has never really moved away from that proposition. So I think that's why they still can retain that, right?
Yeah, and you know the thing is that, right? You know what they always say, the Civic FB, the one that followed the FD. That one, always people say that's like one of the most underwhelming Civics in recent memory. But
that's the FB, right?
Yeah, the FD. But this one was still a relatively successful car, you know, if looked at it in isolation.
Yeah, I don't like this Civic. I don't like it.
Yeah, this
doesn't drive well.
But it still wasn't bad, you know, and it was still like regarded as a very safe go-to choice. No, that one, that was my favorite. The
Which
EK.
One?
This one, the EK.
Oh, wow, this one school days.
When we go in school, right, this was the car that we like, wow, you know, this is the car that we looked up to, man.
This one, I mean, for the school kids, the richer ones, right? This EK Civic, and then the Proton Putra. The Putra.
Correct. And I remember those days in forums, people, you know, they go, the owners of this Civic, they will post how they drive Civic and they can tiong BMW 325 and smoke the 318 and all.
This one tapao
but they were doing it. I remember what I call like the Video EG when I was after school days. We were going to Bangsa and anyone who had that, well, they were like, oh, they will drive to the max line. You know, they will drive to the point we were 1 foot away from the next car. We were racing, and it was crazy. Anybody with a Honda Civic just became a crazy madman. You know.
And you notice how the Civics before the Civics, the older Civics, right, the EG, just not the EG and before, right, they all had very low fronts one, you know. It's because all of them had double wishbone suspension.
Oh.
So it allowed them to have very low front ends.
Exactly. That's why I look at the Porsche press release and then every bugger out there, wow, Porsche 911 got double wishbone. I'm like, bro, Civic already had it for like how many years?
Yeah. Honda of that era, right? The Civic and the Accord had all round double wishbones.
In fact, even today they are tapaling other cars in Sepang, you know. So so there you go.
Yes,
there you go.
Yeah.
And people mock to those black top engines, and then of course red top is the
yeah. So anyways, let's see what our friends have to say.
CRX there.
Yeah, I remember this time actually. The Civics was such a hot commodity that showrooms won't even let you test drive them.
Crazy,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Man.
My friend sold a CRX 5 years ago for I think about 12K. And was like very impressed. Today I saw one selling for 90K, done up. 90K. Okay, so I bought. So I was like, oh, he's like cursing and telling me, if I kept the car, I did it because CRX, you know. So yeah, CRX is fantastic. Which is what I think. If you want to buy a future classic, buy the CRZ. You know, I think the CRZ, although it's hybrid, whatever, the manual, I think it's a future classic.
It's okay. The CRZ may be a hybrid, right? But you can transplant it.
Yeah. K20A all the way, and then you're done, man.
Yeah. Hey, but here's a relevant buying question for today. Do you guys think the Civic FC is still a good buy for now?
Of course.
Right.
Oh, you mean brand new?
Used lah.
Okay lah. Let's explore the equation both ways. Brand new and used. I think used, no question, it's a good buy. But as for brand new,
it's not expensive, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the Mazda 3. And,
right.
even though the new one is coming, but if you look at the current one, right, it's still in every way class leading.
Yeah,
I think it punches way beyond its weight category. So you buy a car of this category, but you get something way bigger.
You know, the Civic, right, is the car that, you know, when let's say people come to me and ask me, hey, what do you recommend? 130K brand new budget. The Civic is the first car that comes to mind, really.
Yeah,
right.
You cannot run away from
it. It's either Civic or now if you want to go SUV at that budget, X70 only. That's all only, right?
Like if you talk to a non-car person and you say what car you bought, and if I say, I bought a Mazda 3 or Mazda, they're like, okay, not a non-car person. What car you bought? Altis or Civic. Oh, Civic. So old people who are really like my mother or not people, they're like, oh, Civic, the brand has got thing to it. Like saying, what car you drive? Part of a BMW. I think the Civic has got a very
actually,
the branding is there. You say you have a Civic, it's something.
So
yes.
You know, when I was, I think, at uni going age, right? Not I was when I was at uni going age, right? When I looked, you know, at the car market, right? I told myself, actually, if I reach a point where I can buy a Civic, right, I'll be very happy with myself.
It's so funny. I was talking to Chris Mead today about this the same. I was telling him that after I finished my school, I was working in a college, and my lecturer bought Alpha, and I said, and I know how much he earned, and like, shit, I'll never be able to buy an Alpha. You know, I told myself when I was 10, till today, I still have no guts to buy an Alpha. So you know what? You may have money, but you have no guts to buy an Alpha. So
it's true. When I was in college, I remember I had a conversation with my other friends, those who came from richer family, right? During college time, they already got cars. Like the family would buy them a Wira or buy them a Wira Aerobac. They can even choose they wanted the 1.6 Thomas Cup edition, you know. And we were chatting, you know, around the living room, smoking and all that. Then I remember I was telling them that I don't know what started the conversation. I said, hey, you guys have a head start over me, right? After I graduate, I still have to go and buy either the cheapest kanchil I can find, you know, and pay for the car. You all, after graduate, you all already got car, and then you can buy your house. You can immediately buy a house, you know. And then we were all saying that, wow, you know, the imagination that we had, the ceiling of our imagination is really something around the range of a Civic, you know. We never dare to even think further beyond that.
Correct.
To me,
it's like
you're absolutely, Bobby. I think you hit it in the head, because I could not imagine myself back there starting working. Conti cars, forget it, lah. No way in a million years will I buy a Conti car. No way, forget it. But a Civic, maybe one day I buy a Civic.
Civic is something that you know, for the mass market crowd, right? It's something that they say, oh, this is and something with aspirational value, you know.
You know how low my expectations are. You know those Chinese coffee shop where sometimes 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon you see those old uncles sitting there, very dry, very skinny, drinking their Guinness stout. To me, I'm just like, I hope I won't be like that. That's my that's how high my wish is, you know. The EG app. Oh,
Oh, oh yeah.
Suya. I have a friend who died in a EG6.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, car enthusiast, right? And of course, you will mod your car, and then you go weekend drives. You drive fast, right? But don't forget one thing: these cars, in current times, you can't even go head on with an Axia. The Axia would demolish the EG for modern crash standards. It will just pancake
No joke.
your
No
EG
joke.
from that era. So if you are a boy racer, please put a roll cage.
It's funny you say this. Today, one of my friend passed away from COVID, and he was paralyzed. What, almost 20 years ago in a certain
Your friend passed away from COVID.
Yeah, Satya GTI. He was driving at a GTI, and you know EPF, when you go up, there's a palm tree there. It's no longer there because he took his Satya GTI and they smashed into it, and the GTI went into smithereens and was paralyzed waist down. So paralyzed waist down for all these years, 15, 20 years, and then recently passed away. Yeah, that's a GTI back then, you know. So yeah, I think you're right, Norby. Cars back then, yes, it's fast. Yes, it's light. Yes, it can be powerful. You can put new engines in it. You can do a lot of things. It's so amazing to drive. Yes, in a circuit maybe, but when you go like Mulia,
in the real world, you're a little more careful.
Real world, guys, you have no idea how much power can be. Too much power. You know?
Okay, Tana, I took back what I said, Tana. I'll take back what I said just now. Please buy the 2,000 ringgit Volvo.
You know, the other thing that you raise a good point, Tana, is that these old cars, right? As much as I also advocate old car ownership, you also have to understand that they are not as strong as they used to be when they came out from the factory. The frame has underwent aging over the last 15 or 20 years.
Metal fatigue is there.
Yes,
metal fatigue
yes.
is the issue.
It's a real thing. People don't understand this. Metal fatigue is real.
And I think cars past 2000, the way they were fabricated is different. And I think there was a sense of how much power is enough for the car. Like your like ET39, I mean, whatever it is, the power for the car, it's matched. If you go all out, then you need better brakes. And that's why Malaysia, if you put bigger engine, you got to have better brakes, you got better suspension, the stiffening. It is required, like, you know. But yeah, you know, and that's why I think like today you talk about the Civic. Why it's so big now? Because more power. It's so powerful now. It has to be bigger. It has to be more stronger. It has to be. It all comes with it, like, you know. So yeah, I can't wait to drive the Civic. True fact was, when I bought my Audi, I was dead set on buying the Civic, the 1.5 turbo.
Wait, hang on. You were dead set on buying the Civic turbo.
Yes.
And then suddenly Audi happened.
You know why? Why we say actually? So we went to the showroom. I was like, I brought my cash that day. It was in Stapa. I brought there and I went there. Okay, buying the Civic. I'm done. Confirmed. Saying this is it. Look how so beautiful. I love the car shape. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. It was so beautiful. I fell in love with it. And then I went and I drove it and I was like, wow, how come the car is so noisy? Because you know how it revs the Civic 1.5 turbo?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no lah. I was so depressed. And my wife was seeing me depressed. She was like, you said you can't buy BM because BM, my family bought a BM already. She said, buy a Merc. And I was like, okay lah, Merc E-Class law, buy law. Then she said, why not you pick Audi? Why not?
So the wife forgot you to pick Audi. Good woman.
Then I said, Audi, I can't afford Audi lah. So I looked, and then I saw the shape. I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. That's it. Yeah. So my Audi was my wife. Wasn't me, my idea. My wife actually picked out the Audi. So there you go.
I never knew this story about you.
I didn't know about it. Yeah, but the Civic was real. I bought cash to buy it, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. I just can't. I bought 5K cash to the showroom to do the booking to get the Civic because it was a long waiting list. But yeah, you know, it is
what was the car you had back then when you were thinking of buying the Civic?
I had a Sonata.
So and I presume you were smitten by the way it looks and the news that it has a 1.5 turbo, blah blah, and all that, right?
Yeah. I was like, I saw the review, I saw the I saw your video, I'm not sure, but I saw the review, I saw the power. I was like, wow, look at the power, it's crazy for the price. I can afford this. Why not? I'm dead set. But to pay any car above 100,000 ringgit, for me at least, I mean, I was not earning that much then. And then I was like, yeah, but so noisy, I can't take it. For me, that noise factor is a lot. I can't stand that whole revving and.
The FC Civic, right, is the first Civic that I would say it has driving dynamics that were benchmarked towards the Europeans. That means any Civic before that still behaves like a Japanese car, where you go 170 on the highway, you will feel it's floaty and all that. The FC doesn't. The FC just tracks really well like a European car.
And I think that's where I think your different markets. Back then, my focus was getting a comfortable family car. It wasn't to be a right-handling car. I don't drive fast on the road. I just go straight, calmly, whatever. So for me, that was no. So if I was a racer boy, I go Uluyam, then yes, maybe I would have been, oh, this is fun to drive, to shift gear and all that. It's fun. So it's a different, I guess, market lah. But now I'm in I got enough of this like comfortable cars. I want a more spirited driving car.
Not bad, Tana. It means that if you were looking at the Civic FC, right, your progression from this market segment to now suddenly buying Boxster, buying A6 hybrid, and all right, it's like happened in a very short space of time.
I mean, as Bobby says, I think you must understand in your lifetime as an adult, how many car can you? I mean, don't talk about all the cheap cars you buy, temporary cars, all that. Forget it, lah. Talking about real cars. Real car, you pay your 30% of your salary. You pay to real cars.
You only have 6 cars to go.
6 cars you pay for with your real hard-earned cash from your salary. Everybody else say otherwise you're all bullshit lah. Don't talk about it. Okay. If you're feeling pain and pay for a car, pain. I mean, not like okay lah, can lah 70k cash can pay ma. That's not pain. Whatever your benchmark is, you feel the pain when you pay is the 7 cars. And this was one of them. So and if I'm now 43 years old, at the age of let's say 21, 24, I bought my first new car, I bought a Vira, and then I staggered on. How many can I buy? So there's 3 or 4 cars there already. I only got 3 or 4 more cars to go. So now I'm thinking like shit, I can play around and buy like this is a Boxster I bought cash, whatever, fine like this is a play car. but the true cars to buy, I only got most 2 or 3 left in my life.
Yes.
That's it, bro.
Yes.
That's it. So think hard about what car you want because life is very short.
Yes. A lot of people don't realize this when I tell them you only have really 6 cars to buy. The ones that you aspire to go for, and then you take a loan, and then you buy, and then you pay. After you pay off, you sell, you buy another one. You only really have 6 cars to buy.
Yep.
Yeah.
6. That's a number.
Hey, just now when you all mentioned about the FD being 15 years, I HP, can you flip up an interior of the FD? I tell you, I am blown away by the FD's interior when it came out. Seriously.
Yes. I think
the way that Honda rethink the whole thing.
The dash and the blue doll, isn't it?
Yes. They split it, and then
modern,
they move the handbrake lever next to the gear lever. Remember that, Con?
Correct.
So
yes.
The handbrake lever was moved all the way to the front to liberate the space on the center tunnel.
Correct.
To put a wider cup holder and all that. I think this interior is just. It really shows Honda's talent in just
packaging.
thinking packaging.
And to just give everybody an idea how old the Civic FD is, right? When this car came out, the default social media was Friendster. I remember when Honda launched this car globally, they did a campaign on Friendster where you can have this game, right? You sort of like this simple racing game you play, and then it shows you the FD's instrument cluster. I think that digital cluster absolutely sealed the deal for most people.
You know what's a
There
flex in
are-
the car? Whenever you drive
Yes,
by
you-
the car,
Yeah.
and then you see the guy driving behind you has got the blue display, and see
Yes.
at night you can see, you're like, oh fuck, man.
Yes.
You like that's a big flex. That display, the blue at night, big flex, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you look at this interior, right? And then remember, Con, the other day we were talking about the Hyundai Kona, right?
Yeah.
I said I'm disappointed with this interior, right? Because to me, they never put any effort in its interior.
Ayo.
You look at this one.
Yeah.
Right?
This looks like a newer interior, man.
Exactly. And it's more
This-
forward thinking. You look at the angle of the A pillar. The A pillar extends all the way to the front with that rake angle. And then they have a small little window, just like those Japanese MPVs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the small quarter window for visibility. And then they put the wipers hiding in the A pillars, the wipers. So it gives a wider wiping
the
I remember that
one.
correct.
Yes.
This way.
Yes, and then the push start button, and then moving the gear lever and the handbrake lever there. There are so
Very
many
thoughtful.
forward-thinking stuffs on this car, right? It looks stylish and practical at the same time. So that's why I was blown away. And when you mentioned just now, the default social media is Friendster, I really feel how old it is because YouTube launched in 2006.
Yeah. You go back to just now that picture, right? It's like I look at that overall picture, right? This cabin is only just 2 or 3 touches from becoming a modern cabin acceptable by today's standards, right? You take away the mechanical parking brake and you change it to a electric parking brake. You turn this infotainment into an integrated unit, and then you put a more complex the digital tachometer, right? That's it, done. This
no need, bro. No need. The cluster of this car looks 10 years ahead of the analog cluster.
No, but what I mean is that I meant the trip computer functions where you have more than just odometer and meter, right?
I don't care currently.
Done.
All that's something rubbish, lah. I think any stuff like functions stuff.
And HP, are you able to get a picture of how the seats look? The seats of this car looks like a freaking spaceship. The plastic
and they had the
molding and all that.
And they had the 2-liter VTEC version. I know my cousin bought one, and he was very proud. I think in his Friendster or wherever he posted, you know why he had a blog, I think. Because he had a blog about how he's so proud about buying the 2.0 VTEC. He was saying why he bought it. He was like, people say I shouldn't buy it, but did it anyway. I'm very proud of it. My achievement in life, So it was a big achievement for someone that young to buy the 2-liter VTEC.
Yeah.
Memories, man.
Memories.
I don't know whether I want to find the seats or not.
But Chihao is
Chihao
wanted to forget us one thing. FD had no push start button.
Yeah, and then Vishalan answered him. The R has push start.
I think the fact they it's all packaging in Malaysia what came with it, but
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's take a quick run through the questions and the comments. See what our fans have to say, guys. If you have any comments, right, or any memories you had of the Civic, any feedback, do drop a line in the comment section below. Or if you have any, these seats, the hole in the headrest. That was a distinctive design.
It's the rear brackets, the plastic and all that. Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. The whole seat just looks different from any seats from the era from Japan. Basically.
Correct.
Thomas Yap said you cannot talk Malaysian car scene without Civic boys. Yes, this one. Look at the seats. That time the whole interior, right? When I remember my boss back then, she bought this spec. The blue color fabric seats, and then when I went in, I was like, wow, this car looks so different, right? The whole interior ambience just different from the usual gray black plastic that we get, right? I remember back then. Yeah.
They no longer build it like that anymore.
Is it?
I think
But
for
look
Malaysia,
at
yes.
the new interior. I'm also impressed with the
Interior,
new Civic. The new Civic
I think
interior.
when it comes to interior, Malaysia has been very backward because we want black. You know, I think if you're more forward thinking and different nice colors, tan, and we'll have nicer looking cars. Right.
Okay,
Look at the
so
interior.
guys, what do you think of this interior?
Audi.
Shit. Yeah, I just want to say that.
When
Inside out is Audi.
I was when I saw this, I was thinking more Mazda 3 actually.
Mazda 3 is also very European already, ma.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Mazda is more curvy, in my opinion. Mazda is all about curves, whereas the Audis is more about sharper designs, sharper lines. This has got more sharper lines, except the steering doesn't fit.
What do you think of that honeycomb pattern on the dash? On that goes over the aircon vents.
Again, very very innovative, right?
Very nice.
There's no the toggle moves the directional air vents behind the honeycomb.
Correct.
And you no longer have it's so innovative.
This is a very interesting take to a concept that Volkswagen did with the Passat. Remember, they also have that.
Audi started it in the A4. The whole length, diffusing the aircon.
Also, the Mazda is like a line, obviously.
Yeah. Started from Audi.
Yeah.
Very innovative.
Okay, guys. And, so we've just reached the half an hour mark, and we'll be back. Let's just hit for a quick commercial break, and we will also start to pick up some questions from the comment section after this. And do drop your questions in the comment section. We will be back soon. Okay. HP.
Marvelous. Artificial intelligence skin.
Marvelous.
Hey guys, every time you do me and Tana cannot tahan. Every time you're like, okay, guys, now we are at the 30.
I guess that's for me. That's just a comfort gesture on my part.
No, it's like you're talking like a human. Suddenly your robot mode came on. It's like trigger, and then okay, guys, we are.
Maybe that's my anchor moment.
So I guess all of you know about the Marvelous already, right? We have been telling you all about it, and I hope my car can get out soon. From what I heard, just the final bits that is stuck there because of the final bits, and they cannot do work during the lockdown. And again, just a quick word. It costs the same as your high-end ceramic coating, but it has the benefits of PPF where it self-heals. Okay, don't expect a coating to be as strong as PPF. It will never be, right? PPF will still be the strongest protection for small stone chips that are thrown up by the PS4S equipped car or the Pilot Sport Cup 2 car that you decided to tiong, which is your own. You asked for it, right? So it's just like coating, but it has self-healing. So that's Marvelous. And it costs the same. So if it costs the same, why not have it self-healing, right? If your budget can go up to 30,000, go PPF. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there's one more thing. This Marvelous has what they call accident protection. So if let's say like you get involved in an accident, touch wood, hope you don't. All right, they will redo 2 panels for you free of charge for 5 years.
It's like, hooray! Now I can accident.
But I was like, we hope you don't. But
no, these are the same as those, those benefits that car insurance companies they offer you, right? They say, this one, right? You get unlimited towing, right? And then this one you get this, you get that one, you get that, right? And then what? But I always tell them that, but the benefits can only reach you if you get into an accident, right?
Which we, of course, hope you don't.
Evo Club Insurance gives you the benefit straight up, which is saving money.
40% savings.
Yes. So it's the same. Like you look at the pump next to me, right? V-Power Racing, right?
Yeah.
All the time that your engine is running, it cleans your engine, right? Reduces the carbon, right? But those of you who say, oh, RON 100, yes, RON 100, when you go Sepang or Uluyam, you drive until max out gila that time, it may prevent knocking.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, right? So one is seatbelt, you get to use it all the time. One is airbag. Do you want to use it?
Do you want to use it? You don't, right? And speaking of Evo Club Car Insurance, now we have the top-up function which you can use to top up to the next plan in case you run out of mileage, which in all honesty, not that likely to happen during this lockdown, lah.
Yeah. And actually, even after the lockdown, all of us gonna drive less anyway. Moving on, everybody just work from home. All the big companies already used to this, and we will just drive. We will just drive when we feel like it, enjoying. And drives that enjoy. That makes us enjoy.
Okay.
Come.
So let's move on to questions, but still a bit on the Civic. But let's move on to questions first. Civic Hybrid FB, thinking of an upgrade, good idea. Should you go for a FC TCP or a Toyota 86? If you have no family concerns, 86 law, my thinking lah.
86 law. You already got a Civic. You go into another Civic, it will just feel like a Civic.
Yeah.
It's like with the turbo lah, but go for the 86 lah, right? You don't have to go for the FC. You go for 86 now. After your 86 done with, then you buy the new one. The new one is what code?
FE.
FE. They skip the D.
No, because FD already used ma. They went FD, then they FB, then they FC. Then say law FD used already or jump law FE law. So we know the next one will be FF.
My advice is what I call get new experience in life. I said you only got X number of cars in life. You can always go and borrow a friend's car and drive the new Civic. But ownership experience is different because you know the car day in day out. Get different. If you get into a car and it doesn't stir you like this is different, whatever, it's pointless. So
correct.
Yes.
Correct. Take a bus, like guys. So
okay. Next question. E60 M5. Bobby will tell you to buy without the...
Buy. They are at their lowest now. After you buy, you earn money from here onwards.
I think it's gone up, Bobby. I seen some for like 60, 70K before. Now like it's now 100K now. There was one.
Yes,
I remember it was. Yes, it was. He told you to buy corn. You didn't want to buy. It was 60 plus.
Yeah,
we even made a joke. Come on, we share money 20K each and we buy. Yes.
Yeah.
So now it's going
up. Of course, with the E60 M5, please do your homework and get to know the owner as well. Know how the owner drives the car, maintains the car.
60K, you just buy only. Just buy.
Buy law. See your balls as big as Bobby Yang or.
There will never be another M5 like the E60.
There will never be. I
mean, put this way, there will never be a regular sedan. There will never be a normal car like E60 M5 ever again in the history of humanity.
Yeah.
Forget it. Yeah. So buy and park. It's fine, Taman drive, whatever, if you can't pay road tax.
We have 120 people here. Each of us 500 ringgit, right?
Wow.
No need 500 500 too
cheaper
much already. Where's my apa ini mathematic
So 60,000 divide by 200
Yeah, 500 ringgit each of us.
Yeah.
No, each of us
get. So within a year you get a chance to drive the car every year. Once a year you get the car to drive and then turn back.
The E60 will be the legend. It will be the legend amongst the M5s. Ayo, so damn nice lah. Corn. You power. Con, you still want the E39 M5 Con?
What?
That's still the one that stirs me lah, I feel.
Barbie lah, you want 3 E39 lah, wait.
Oh no lah, not. I will keep 3 at one go lah, no way. But Tana, why a Boxster?
Why a Boxster? Why this Boxster? Why bought a Boxster? Why?
Well, that's the question that came in. So why this Boxster?
Well,
why not a Boxster?
I shared a story on my video. It was early 2000s, and I went to my friend's place, and this was the car that was parked there. And I told myself, one day I'll buy it, one day I'll buy it. And that was a Boxster, And when you hear the story about the 986, how it saved the company, turned around, it was everything I embodied, So I like this particular generation of the Boxster for that purpose, So
this is something that you have always. This is something that you envision yourself because of.
In my case, was different. My case was I saw a car in early 2000s parked in my friend's place, and I was thinking, Chilaka, this fella, he got a Porsche Boxster, never drive, always parked there. I was so angry with the guy. And then many years later, I bought the exact car. Not the same car.
That exact car that was parked there.
Yes, almost 20 years later, is it? Yeah, I bought the exact car. So me was like, okay lah, it's just poetic in its nature of buying that particular car. Yeah. So and the story behind it, I think all of us wants to buy a supercar like a Ferrari or Lambo or a Porsche. We always have that thing with us. But honestly speaking, Porsche is the one car that you can buy and drive it every day. Porsche is the one car that you can probably, if you wanted to, if you're gung-ho enough, can repair in your driveway. Porsche is the only car that is still affordable in parts, because even the parts for the Porsche, if you are looking hard enough, you can import them in and they're pretty reasonable, So of the 3 big brands, I think this is something that's more achievable, Can
I inspire you to change your background to a 911 Targa instead?
If I like to get the 997.2. That's an option I have because I like the whole car's dynamics and stuff. But see, it's something that I'm not crazy about. Time being, I need to finish this first, get it out on the road, and then we'll see what my next Porsche is. But definitely my lifetime. That's another Porsche in my lifetime, definitely confirmed.
Tana, the 997 Targa, right, is the only 911 with a rear glass hatch that can open. So it is the only 911 where you can take a luggage bag and walk to the back of the car.
In other words, it's a 997. It's a 911 hatchback lah.
Yeah, it's like it's the only 911 where you can take a luggage and walk to the back of the car, and those so-called car guys wanted to laugh at you, and then you open the rear hatch, then you put your luggage. And it will be a good match with your Boxster, because your Boxster, right, is the only Boxster with a 911 interior.
Correct. Oh, and the only Boxster which has a 911 front light. Because the 996 first version actually is the same exact headlight as the 986. So there you go.
I love HP. See,
but I get, Bobby, I get what you're saying with this, but somehow for me it's like, the 911 Targa needs to have that basket handle.
Yes.
That to me is a 911 Targa,
True.
Yeah. This one, if you call it a 911 speedback, maybe fastback,
whatever lah. I mean, you just treat this like a normal hardtop 911, but with a giant panoramic roof that can open up, and a glass hatch that can open at the back.
It's a hatchback lah. Take out the back seats.
I have to stop you guys first because Max Law just gave us a piece of gold. Older folks that don't buy a coupe or cabrio for decades. Sotai only buy, lose money until cannot see road. I decided to be the Sotai a few years ago, and lesson is don't listen to the old folks.
And
good on you, Max.
And this 997, right, is the only Targa where I think when you compare this one to the 991 Targa, right, Con, the 991 Targa, you just look at the entire roof mechanism, the whole curved glass. You just imagine the weight of that thing when compared to this one, where you just have a glass that slides, right?
Yeah.
This one saves a lot of weight and doesn't compromise on the rigidity of the car, because the A-pillar all the way to the back never moves. Yeah.
That one I have to say you have a very, very valid point. You have a very, very valid point.
I can understand what were they thinking when they are doing the sliding glass roof with 996 and 997.
Correct.
But this is epic, way. This thing, right? The glass that opens at the back, right, makes me want to get a 997 Targa. You know,
it's like I think a lot of us talk about the cars want to get our dream cars. When you say a Porsche is your dream car, it's something that you can actually get. It's not like saying I want to buy a M5 from the E39 era, you know, and never get it. You know?
Right?
You know, and then I end up buying two E39, you know. Not like that, like, you know. I actually have a car that I can buy.
Yeah. Yes, Con, I realized, right? You fixating yourself to an E39 M5, right, is in a way, right, trying to evade or just escape from this eventual responsibility of pursuing your dream car. Because you're like, I want E39 M5. And then at the back of your head, you know you won't get it. And then you keep telling people, I want E39 M5.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
It's unobtainable.
Okay. How do we do this? Let us work it backwards. Your dream car is an Ethernet M5. What are you doing? Your steps in motion now to get that M5 within the next 2 years? Have you found out how many cars are in Malaysia available? Who owns them? Can you import them?
How many?
I don't know.
They are. I know I know that I think the last 5 years maybe 4 or 5 changed hands at about 150 to 180K.
So I think if that's the case, I think we got to for me, like, I'm not saying bad about anything, but I'm just saying for me it's like if something I say I want to do, I will do it. And the reason why, like Bobby said, you're crazy, like, give up. I said, no, I'm not giving up. I'm dead set on my goals. I'm doing it. I'm achieving it. No one can pull me down. And that's it. Like you make up a plan and you work towards it, you know. And I think Porsche is one of that. Like, anybody here and this talking to us now, there's 200 people over here. Any one of you can drive a Porsche. It's the reality of it. $100,000 can get you a nice Porsche, a Cayman, whatever. There's no reason anyone here can't drive a Porsche. So,
let's have a plan that is executionable.
Yes.
Right. First, get to know all these E39 M5 owners, right? And then befriend them. You know, every day talk to them on Facebook. Hey, how are you? You need your grass cut? You want me to send the Evo Club car wash to wash your car? You know, hey, how's this? So become really good friends with them, right?
And then tell them, hey, you know, per year, how much you pay for Rotex? So much, no point lah. See my E39, nothing much, you know. Tell you what, I give you 2 E39. You give me this one, plus I give you cash. Okay lah.
No, and then right, and then like, actually, bro, for you to pay 4.9 liter road tax, right, and then only got 400 horsepower, do you feel sian or not? And if they own the M5 for already 6-7 years, right, they are bound to get bored with the car. They want something different already, right? So it's like, hey, bro, why not like that? I go and take a loan to buy an F10 M5, and then we swap cars.
So smart, Bobby.
Or you take a loan to buy a 911, and then you roll up to the E39 guy and say that, bro, swap cars. And then all of us will be like, what the hell? You swap a 911 with an M5? Are you dumb?
I'm trying to link the video we're seeing now with what you're talking about.
No, this is the famous M5 ad.
Oh,
yeah, man. Look at it. This is the Thrust, SSC Thrust 2 or something like that. The record-breaking, land speed record-breaking car.
The camera,
Yeah, and then this ad is epic.
Epic, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, man. The guy come down, look
And
at the
check.
camera. Yeah. This is just epic.
So there you go, Con.
there you
I think everybody out here, we're making you accountable to yourself. Go chase your dreams.
Yeah.
But given how Con would drive his potential M5, right? I would maybe just, like one day Con maybe gets sent to another country to test drive a car, right? Then we take his E39, go to a workshop, maybe visit Thomas Heng, full set M5 body kit, M5 rim, M5 badge. And then when he come back, he's like, bro, we won't laugh at you. Because you're gonna drive it the same way anyway.
You know what was my master plan for buying the E60 M5? Was like I buy two rupee BM. One is just a normal E60. One is an M5. One I park.
That's what Bobby once told me to do before, actually.
Yeah.
Then you pay Rotex for the normal one, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, of course.
I'm paying tax, ma. Only one car only. Totally legit. There you go. Okay, better get back to questions, lah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
man.
Back to the Civic.
I think we have moved on.
I want to ask one thing first. You see, guys, the Civic Type R is attainable, right? And it's sort of here and there. So someone who drives a Civic and mod his car to a Civic Type R, right? You get that normal car guy social stigma, right? But for something that is unobtainable, like an E39 M5, should it be a crime for E39 lovers to dress up their cars to look like the M5 when it's unobtainable? It can be a replica, right?
So you mean the Civic, which looks like a Lamborghini?
Because I'm usually the first one to laugh at these people.
But E39 to M5, no lah. The car, all the fuckers don't want to sell.
Yeah, and the what you call it? The E39 M5 didn't have wide body, so it's like you really just change the bumpers only. Change the bumpers, change the side mirrors.
Okay, bro. Consider it done.
Consider it done.
We'll
buy the badge.
We'll look for your look-alike elder brother Thomas Heng.
But on that note, I think Bobby, there are two circles of car guys. I've known both. Some of them they're totally fine and they know it's a fake, but they bought it and they're happy with it, how it looks like.
Yeah.
And they're the guys who are more like purists and stuff. So I think to each their own, like, if you're happy with it, why not do it, man?
Exactly. No, it's your own car. You want to do whatever shit with it, by all means. And another person who wants to laugh at you, by all means.
That's true.
Right? It's an equation. You cannot tell people, hey, I want to do what I like, and then he cannot laugh at you.
Yeah, that's true.
You do what you like. He laughs what he wants. Right.
We all post video on the moment that we post our first video on YouTube, we are setting ourselves to be laughed at by the world already.
Yeah. It's the car guy equation, right? You will definitely get the fuck cans, the crazy models, and then you will also have people who laugh at them. This is part of car culture, actually. If someone say you cannot laugh at people, then no fun, no way.
Yeah, correct. The Myvi,
yes.
It's like the Myvi who put the A45 badge on their Myvi, and the A45 who put the Myvi badge on their Mercedes. It's no. How can you say one is you must laugh, one you must this is okay? Why the so true, na?
You do what you want. We laugh what we want. Everybody has their own fun. That's it.
That is wisdom right there.
If I did buy that what I call S6 Bobby, I told you what I want to put a badge there called hybrid. So there you go. Get back to questions today.
Yeah. How about a Mazda 6 wagon versus an F30 3 Series GT?
I like the GT.
But the Mazda 6 is a prettier car,
way prettier. Oh
yeah.
But I like the GT. The fact it's something unique.
Yeah, frameless doors. I think it's very spacious. F30 GT is very spacious.
Amazing. They are the same price now. Are they the same price now?
Let's
Should
find out.
If he asks this question, should be the same price, right?
Yeah, lo.
Yeah.
I think early this year we were dropping our kids to school. My wife saw the 5 Series GT, and she asked me, "What car is that?" I said, "Oh, that actually it's actually an older car." Is she sure or not? So she saw the car for the first time, and she was thinking it's a new car. So because it's not a common sight on the road, you see the profile and the shapes and stuff. So yeah, it's something.
Well, there's
unique.
one selling for 97,000.
Walao.
The cheapest one is that's a 320i. No, yeah, 98,000.
About the same.
2015.
Imagine I bought this instead of my 6. It will be 90k now.
Well,
90k is what year? 90k what year, bro?
90k 2015.
2015. Oh, that means the
but your 6 is spraying this color now, right?
No, it's not this color. I would kind of wish it is this color, but it's not. Yeah, no, it's darker. Wow, Mazda 6 cantik oh.
Cantik oh.
But
I mean, I'm not much of a wagon fan, but this Mazda 6 wagon is.
Yeah. But apart from having the wagon at the back, it's just like any. I know it's very nice, it's very, very nice. But then the 328 GT, you really have a lot that you get from that car, to be honest.
Correct.
The rear leg room, the frameless doors.
Oh, and here's an interesting.
The power.
Here's an interesting fact. Do you know that the Mazda 6 wagon has a shorter wheelbase than a sedan?
Very, very slightly.
Because the sedan was designed for, I can't remember how much that, because I remember because I wrote this in my article before. The sedan was a US centric product, so it was made longer, whereas the touring was a Europe centric product, so they take into account European taste and they made it with a slightly shorter wheelbase.
Yeah, but it's only ever so slightly.
Yeah, of course.
Very, very small difference. Yeah, yeah.
On the topic of F30, 328i or 320D, I'll say get the petrol.
I will always go petrol lah. Sorry lah.
Yeah.
Always petrol.
I'm with the diesel camp because I like the fact I like I like to go long range on one tank. I just have this liking for that.
But won't you stop and rest and buy coffee in the petrol station? Or I mean, you want to rest, no matter what it is. I mean, no matter what it is.
That's what a long distance.
I mean, how much of a distance do you need before you stop? I mean, if you're in Europe, you do 400 km one shot. That's common.
Yeah.
In Malaysia, most 100 km you drive. One guy will say, "Hey, got rambutan," you stop. Hey, got this, you stop. Your kid will say, "Papa, I want to go to the toilet," you know. So in Malaysia, you're gonna stop every so often anyway. So
exactly. Tana, what you just said, right? The 400-500 km max, right, is actually human limit based on our current road structure, road traffic, speed. We can only tahan maybe 500-600 km a day max. So any electric brakes. Yes, with any electric car, any EV, right, that can reach full charge, that can reach about 500 km, 400-500 km, right, realistically, right, is already equivalent to a petrol.
No, in fact, if you ask me for an EV, if you can do 200 kilometers per full charge, right, it's already a viable day-to-day proposition already. Tana, you and I, we had this discussion.
I don't agree, lah. I don't agree because 200 means it's highway.
Yeah.
No, 200. No. What means is realistic for town use.
No, what I mean is we can only tahan about 400-500 km of driving.
Yeah, you're right.
Until we need to rest and put up at night or whatever. So any EV that can reach this, right, is already perfectly can replace.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even to not to do anything, just to sit down in a chair more than 3 hours it's asking already. You know,
Yes.
That's why I say if there's an EV out there that can hit 200 or 250 kilometers, right, I consider good enough for me to use as a secondary car already.
So you buy a petrol, is it?
That's why it's secondary car.
So you buy petrol, lah. Buy petrol, guys. You know, diesels are not cheap. No, trust me, diesels are not cheap.
Con did not realize the route to the trap that you have been laying the bricks.
Diesels are cars that you need to drive long distance to make it profitable for you to keep the car. That's the max. You gotta drive like 1,000 kilometers per day, whatever, to make it worthwhile. And diesel cars are not cheap. I mean, you know, I'm talking about like KMs. You gotta really do high mileage, you know.
Actually, there's one fact about the 320D that, because I tested the car so long ago, I've forgotten about it. Is that the thing about diesel engines is that, right, they run high compression, so they have to make the engine block tougher. As a result, the engine is heavier, and the front end is not quite so as agile as the petrol model, but the difference is very slight.
Very small difference, lah.
But if you want to do drifting, Ivan Kong says buy the diesel. He says it's quite nice to drift, lah. If you want to high top, whatever, you know, if that's a thing you want to do.
When boost comes up.
we got a question from CTN. Use XV or X50?
X50.
X50, easy choice.
X50, easy choice.
Easy
choice. Okay.
Even for my wife, if Jaguar E-Type and X50 same price, she will go
Serious,
X50. Yes.
You mean E-Pace?
E-Pace.
I mean,
E-Type.
X70 I understand, but X50, even X50, you find the interior is good enough?
We had the car back to back, you know. I purposely asked my wife to drive the E-Pace. And then she was like, okay. She drive, come back. I said, my God, this car is like shit. And then the next day, we had the X50. Passed the car. She was like, wow, this was so nice to drive the X50. She was like, what is that Jaguar? Jerking and all that.
Okay. Another question here from Tai Lung Chow. 2012 C80 180 coupe to tune or RCZ?
RCZ.
It's a looker. It's unique.
The RCZ will turn more heads for sure. Right?
I will go with the C180 if he wants to tune the car. Because RCZ, I think, already tuned quite there already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can tune, but I think the engine what they gave is like it's just it's more on the upper limit. The Mercedes has got much more room to play with if you want to do tuning. So got a question here from sorry.
528i inline 6. If you're looking at to pay 2,000 road tax, right? The 535 is a more worthwhile bet. Of course, the 528, and because of its high road tax and and its versus its power output, right? These cars are available for cheaps now. So I mean, of course, if you
Malaysia got sell 528i and A, man.
What 3 liter inline 6. The first batch, you see, F10, right? When it was first launched, remember it was 6-cylinder NA or 6-cylinder turbo, ma.
Yes.
It was only 20, so it was 523, 2.5, 535 3.0 turbo, and then later on the 528 3.0.
Don't buy the first batch F10 Malaysia assembled F10 NA first batch. Don't buy it. Got issues.
If you're going to buy F10, buy with turbo and tune it and enjoy life. You know why you want to pay lesser? I mean, that's so much more. So much more less.
The unless you really must have the F10 package with a NA inline 6 engine, right? Then okay, fine. But
it's port injection, right? Port
injection.
Don't buy.
But if it's the UK spec one. If you're looking at UK spec one, they come with direct injection, but that comes with another set of issues altogether.
Because I remember during this era, the Audi 3.2 direct injection NA engine beats all of them. it tapaos all of those lousy BMW NAs and Mercedes NAs of the era.
Yeah. And this the F10, those 6-cylinder NAs, right? They were stopgap engines because BMW was the F10 platform was built for the N24 cylinder engine, was optimized for that. But at that time when F10 was launched, the N20 was not ready. So they jalan with the 6-cylinder NAs first. Then 2 years down the road, they phased in the N24 cylinder engine. And I distinctly remember, right, when I drive the N24 cylinder engines compared to the 6 cylinders, right? Now, you guys know I am a big 6-cylinder fan, right? But even I have to admit that where the F10 is concerned, the chassis really, the dynamics of the chassis does feel better optimized with the 4-cylinder. The way the chassis is balanced, the 4-cylinder has the best ride and handling.
The N20 is the early generation 2-liter turbo, right?
It was used, but it was used throughout the entire F10 life cycle.
Is even the facelift?
Facelift also. Only the F30 they changed to the B48 for the facelift.
So which one is the one that sound like diesel?
The N20, no? N20 has N20 you guys need to also take note of one issue. The timing chain guy is a known failure point, but one that you can address with preventive maintenance. But it's a known failure point. So if like you buy one of those, just assume that timing chain guy is on his way to pecah and change it.
Okay. Our resident supercar guy asked a question. Supercar man asked RS6 V10 or E60 M5?
E60 M5.
Okay, Thomas.
I would choose the RS6 actually.
Actually, I
feel the RS6
like
is better.
Looks wise is the RX, you know.
Oh, the RS6 is prettier.
What?
The interior quality is way better than the E60 M5.
What gearbox is this RS6 V10 using?
6-speed torque converter.
So if you want a bigger challenge, then buy the E60 M5.
Yeah. The RS6 V10 is, to me, this RS6 V10 is prettier than my RS6. You know, right, Con?
You almost bought one, right?
Yes. The time the guy offering like 120K, 120K,
but,
and it's the Audi exclusive edition.
But can take loan, man?
Still can. That time still can.
Oh.
It's a 2010. Still can take a little bit, and it's damn beautiful. And 120K, you know, you won't lose money lah. You know.
But what turned you away? Ultimately, because I thought you didn't go for the
after I drove it. Old generation dynamics. So it's not as nice to drive as my S4. And because of the generation gap, right? You know the C6 came out in 2005, right?
Yeah.
So it is like half a generation before my B8 S4. So when you sit inside the car, right, even though the interior is higher quality, right, there's a lot of things that shows its age, you know, especially the size. I opened the boot, right, it's not that much bigger than my S4, even though it's bigger. And then the rear leg room is also not a lot bigger. But even though it's an Audi exclusive, that one, the interior is beautiful, immaculate. What were you saying? You're trying to say what?
But you forgo that. Now you every day keep saying, I need a V10 in my life.
No, I need the BMW V10, not the Audi RS6 V10.
I think it's more that. I think it's more the application, how you use it. In a 6 Series, it'll be like GT Cruiser is nice, you know.
Yes.
But you hear the sound, there is this element of surprise, like so nice, the vibration.
The sound of that BMW V10 engine is
like an F1 car.
The day DNA put up that video.
Correct.
It really sounded like an F1 car, man. I have to say that. It really sounded like an F1 car.
Okay, next question. We're going to smash today. Out of my range over here, GT4 or a RS3 21, a new RS3 for track or Touge. I can't
I
comment
would
on both.
say GT4 for track, RS3 for Touge.
Really?
Hey, Connor, this is Sean we're talking. He's the crazy Audi RS3 owner with like what 500 or 600 horsepower. It's like no GT4 will be able to beat an RS3 on this kind of road that way.
Yeah.
No way you can beat an RS3. So Sean, don't mind lah. We know you have
Don't
your
play, huh?
your RS3.
Okay, so again, Chin, not a question. Has anybody put an S2000 engine into other Honda models? It's
S2000 is using a K20, right?
no, I think it's a 6-cylinder. Is it six?
Huh?
No.
Right?
No.
What engine is it?
2.5.
It's not four. Oh, it's 4-cylinder. Is it?
Yes,
Cylinder
2.5.
has to be a... but 2.5. I always thought it was 2 liters.
It was a bigger engine.
2 liter. Hey, what am I talking?
Is it?
2
2
liter.
liter. 2 liter.
2 liter.
That should be the same, lah.
Yeah. It's 250 horsepower. What the hell? My mind
Okay.
keep having the 2525. Sorry.
But the 2004 version was upsized to 2.2.
Is it a K20 engine?
No, it's the F20 and F22 engine.
I see.
It's the F engine.
Where's Eugene when we need him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess if you want to do, I think
Okay.
if you got money, you can do whatever you want.
Our friends have highlighted. Yeah, F20.
I think Theophilus, I think the Honda boys would have put this into whatever they can.
Yeah, man.
Jazz also put in Civic Type R engine.
But would this fit into a? But if this is a what you call it, right? A bespoke engine for the S2000, would it fit into the transverse engine Honda?
I don't know.
With money, anything you can nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a dude, where's my car moment? 812 or DBS Superleggera?
For me, definitely 812.
812
100%.
Out of my price range, like if I imagine, I must buy it. So I want to imagine it.
No, just now imagine you are playing Dude, Where's My Car?
Then there is it's the 812, something.
812.
You like
I for me, when Ferrari versus Aston, I would pick Aston unless it's a 599 or it's the 550 Barchetta.
Oh, 550 Barchetta. Oh, I love it, man. The Maranello design to me is just timeless. Timeless.
Yeah.
It's funny, Bobby. For me, as a brand, Aston and Ferrari, my head is like, oh, Ferrari, okay lah, still can do, but Aston, wow, British brand, sure or not, can repair or not, can maintain or not, So although it's the opposite, it's
the thing.
It's the opposite, but I think the exoticness of the Aston is just way a different scale for us in Malaysia, at least compared to the Ferrari, because obviously we don't see much here.
Yeah, I think the Superleggera is to my eyes prettier, but for me 5.2 V12 turbo not my thing .
Yeah, that's true
Not my thing . 6.5 NA pushing 800 horsepower. My God,
that's your thing
I mean, big CC NA, right? Really, man. It's no longer about how fast you can go. It's how you get there. It's how you.
Yeah, that's true. The occasion, that sense of occasion, right?
There's a question here I want to take. This is a question we actually spoke about, Bobby, in the group, correct? Because I asked about the 718 as one of the options to for my next car, and I think Bobby's your comment was that you buy 718, but the price will drop so much.
Correct.
End of the day, but then again, my mind is like, one is a turbo, the response time is so much quicker, it's faster, it's more nimble, and this one is like the true embodiment of flat six boxer engine, the whole the sound and all that stuff, the
Tana,
pure Porsche. Yeah,
Tana, about a month ago, Alex Wong called me.
Oh yeah, correct.
I remember this conversation. Yes, but let's go on.
And he was like, Bobby, I found this immaculate 718S, the one with the 2.5. You know, he was like, oh, it's beautiful, full spec, jam packed to the brim. You know, it has an orange exterior, blah 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 blah, everything. I was like, then he keep asking me, how was the car? How was the car? I was like, it's nice, it's fast. You know, it's definitely faster than the 981 Boxer S, blah 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 blah. Then he was like, okay, I think I'll go for this because my Spider is stuck in Spain, and he was like, I realized my almost 8-9 months stuck in Kuching, my California is too big for Kuching roads. You know, he was like, I'm thinking of letting go the California. And he will actually make money from selling his California because he bought the California when the price was just at its lowest dip, you know, and then right after he bought it, right, it swung right back up
because the currency changed it.
Sometimes these things will happen, you know. Just you look at the 599 now, the prices went back all the way up to 600,000-700,000. There was a point about 1.5 to 2 years ago, right? The 599 went down to 450, 450, 460,000, you know, the 599. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, go ahead. Then he was like, yeah, I think I'm going for this. Then I was like, but you have to know that little weight is there from the moment you put your foot down till the turbo spool up and move, right? Even though it's being reduced to almost the max, you know, the car is really responsive compared to any turbo engines out there, but it's there. Then he was like, okay, fuck it. He was like, okay, fuck it.
But from what I hear, Bobby, they have made the 718 to be less responsive than a normal turbo car because they want to keep the whole Porsche DNA.
No. They moved the torque curve. Basically, they let the car have a linear growth of the torque curve instead of an explosive front end. But what I'm talking is not about the max torque where it came. It's between your feet going down and the response. That little thing is always there. It's like you know, that thing is there. And Alex just went, okay, no, fuck it, I don't want.
Yeah, for someone, for I think even our level of driving, it may still be acceptable, but for Alex Wong's level of driving, probably not.
To me, the 718 also, it's newer. You can get warranty on it. The interior is way more modern. You got digital clusters. So I think if you want a newer car, I wouldn't discount it. But if you're a hardcore track guy, you want to be, you know, all that, may not be the car for you. Like, no, you want that really big engine, like, no? But
Alex is a pro driver.
He's a pro.
All the response. Yeah.
So for normal people, I would say
Thomas to me is already way beyond my level already, and Alex is another.
How's this? 718 can get low for longer period compared to 981.
Okay, again, if you are someone like, you know, like Eugene Chan lah, Alex Stamrock, all this, right? Then of course, go with the 981 lah, right? But if you're just a normal car owner who maybe you have driven your Mercedes-Benz, your BMW, whatnot, right? And then there's nothing wrong for you to go to the 718. You get a newer infotainment system. You get a 2-liter engine that costs you 380 ringgit to pay for road tax, and you still get 300 horsepower, a visit to Mike Yap, 350 horsepower. Why not? Right?
Yeah, you see, can tap out F30, what?
Actually, it goes to almost to 400, Bobby. After tuning this one, it goes to 400.
400
almost 400.
Hey, no, wait, this is
Alex Stamrock.
Oh.
In his California 30.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. No, nothing much.
Yeah, he is another level of driving.
Yeah. So no harm going for the 718. Yeah.
Okay, so
a lot more questions.
Question. Yes. E400 versus E250 W212. Interesting question.
E400 for me.
Yeah, me too. The E250, there are more of them. But yeah,
E250 is
E400.
1.8. E250
No,
is 1.8, right?
No, if he's comparing against the E400, he'll be talking about the facelift. Facelift would be the 2-liter.
Oh, okay. I'll go with the 3-liter turbo lah.
Yeah,
I'll definitely go with the 3-liter turbo lah.
Yeah.
Bigger engine, always better.
The E400 is the same. Is the performance or slightly higher than a 535?
I think what I understand is that when you're buying a new car, yes, you must think very hard about small engine, big engine, because the price difference is a lot.
Yeah.
When it's a used car, my dear friends, the price difference is so little.
Yes.
And when you buy the bigger engine, you get better specs, better interior, better everything.
Correct.
Better resale. For tax. And so why the hell do you want to buy the smallest engine possible? It's like people who buy, again, no offense, people who buy the Audi A6 1.8. Like, why? Why?
Bro, you know what I cannot tahan is those people who say, wow, that car, road tax crazy 3-liter, 3.5 road tax crazy and then they buy their 2-liter whatnot, right? And then they spend 80,000 modding the car. It's like, what the hell? Right?
It was 140 grand for a 2014.
Or go for the E400 lah, bro. 3-liter turbo.
400 lah.
I'm sure the interior is way better. See, the interior is way better than the
400.
I have a soft spot for this generation E-Class.
Just for the interior and the other specs you get, go for it. And I think people forget that, you know how, why is big engine better as a used car? And always I think a bigger engine will run at a lower RPM throughout its life.
Under stress.
So if you think about that and you multiply that, although it's 100,000 kilometer on a 2-liter and 3-liter, the 3-liter has like 30% over 70% usage. It's way different.
Correct.
So for a used car, you always do not get a small engine, and do not get a small engine that's turbo. That's like a really stressed out vehicle.
Yeah.
In the turbocharged era, 3-liter is the sweet spot between road tax and long-term usage and all that. Just go with the 3-liter lah.
Someone you see got number plate, number free also.
No, this one is the 2-liter.
This is the 2-liter. This is a 250.
Oh, it's 2-liter. Okay.
Yeah. Come, next question.
Okay. CX-5 or Toyota Altis as a daily driver?
Both also daily driver.
Yeah.
What do you want? Like, you want an SUV or you want a car?
Yeah, exactly.
You want
both also daily driver.
Yeah. Nothing wrong in either one.
CX-5 is the kind of car that kills the Toyota Altis in the modern market.
Correct.
In a way,
what we said earlier, right?
Yeah.
What we said earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some love for the BMW 335i. So he's obviously talking about the E92 Coupe versus the S4 B8. Price range for a fresh grad that loves cars.
The BMW definitely would drive nicer.
Better.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the engine reliability. For me, the S4 is freaking reliable lah.
Yeah, the 335i, of course, the known issue is the high pressure fuel pump, but that is something that is replaceable.
This one is N54, right?
N54. There's a very, very small batch of N55 equipped 335i's, but the number is very small. So
you know what's interesting, Con? These two cars, right, with a visit to Mike Yap or Tana, beats their M or RS equivalent, you know.
Yep. Correct. Because these two cars with Mike Yap will extract more power than the equivalent RS or M of their generation. Yeah.
I mean, I think as Bobby said, like, we're living in a crazy time because we have used cars that are turbo for sale that is cheap. You know, the whole late to 2010 cars, whatever. Those cars are fantastic. They're very cheap, and the before and after modding is like 30% jump, 10% jump, and then it's just mad.
Bro, that two cars, right, with like stock lah. One is 300 horsepower, another is 333 horsepower, right? It's already the kind of car. Imagine the guy pays 60,000 for this. He already has a car that on the highway, right? No one can run away from them. They can always keep up. They can always, whether you have 500 horsepower or 600 horsepower, realistically speaking, right? Both of you can only comfortably go 220, 230 on the highway. You know,
correct.
You cannot run away from them already. This kind of cars, crazy.
But let's swap out the S4 for another VAG group product. How about the 718?
You're talking about the Porsche.
Yeah, 335i versus 718.
Hey, this kind of question don't highlight lah. Waste of our time lah.
Like that.
One is a 400k Porsche, one is a 60k BMW. Apa ni? Buy both. One daily, one weekend. Okay, come next.
Facelifted C200. Right now they are going for about. Right now they are going for about.
What's the price? I have no idea.
I think some of the good examples are still asking for 80.
The W204 is a reliable car.
Who do you think, Ron? I think for you is the target audience, those who are buying the C200, because you are in a market whereby you got your 3 Series, which is more fun and pokey, and you got your very comfortable C200. In today's generation, you think the younger generation still like to drive the C200? Is that something that's relevant?
Yeah, I think okay.
Yeah. But HP, these are the compressor ones. These are the supercharged ones, the pre-facelift models.
But he didn't ask. Oh, he said facelift lah. Okay.
Facelift will be about 60 onwards. I will test. This car is reliable. Our friend Adrian Mark has one of it. The Porsche Lover has one. Very reliable.
This is the 1.8 turbo.
Yes, his was the compressor actually, but Ahmad Shazwan is asking for the turbo lah. So reliable, more solid than the W205. The build quality is more solid than the W205, even though it looks old inside. That button-laden dashboard of this generation of Mercs haven't aged well at all.
But I have to say this it's because it's a Merc and the value is 770 something thousand, right? The same price you can get a S4 V8, 3-liter supercharged S4. Where are you getting this?
But to me, it's like my brother-in-law has the 204 C200. The AMG line from Japan imported with the black interior. It's like interior is all blacked out. You got the sunroof and it's very nice. So I think if you can get the same car in very low spec, which will look very okay, not so great. You can get something that's very nice spec. So I think the spec is what differentiates. I know the interior is fantastic. I think
I know this generation Mercedes, the infotainment is crap.
Correct.
You know? And this is the pre-facelift, right? This is the pre-facelift with the mechanized screen.
Yeah, this dash is just dated.
Yeah. This generation Mercedes, the infotainment lose out to Audi, lose out to BMW. The key looks like shit, you know. But granted, it's still a nice car for the price.
I see this one has got the wood finishing. The other one has got like carbon fiber bits here and
the
there.
Brush metal finish lah.
Yeah, correct. So I think if you get that version, it's quite nice. You know, like you can see the sky and stuff. You know.
I personally have a liking for the W204 C class. To me, that's my favorite C class of the lineage.
I just don't like the engine that they put in. I don't like the 1.8 CGI.
Yeah, 1.8 CGI and pop suddenly a 3-liter V6.
Exactly. And the 3-liter V6 is the old engine from the W124 era.
It's like 230
engine.
Yeah.
231 horsepower. Reliable, and at least in the C class you can move lah. They put it in the S class, cannot jalan. The S300. Oh, look at
Yeah.
it. That's the
the facelift.
interior?
No, if
Is that
it's
an
E-Class,
E-Class?
you will have the clock on the dashboard.
So
This is
so
okay.
C
That's
yeah,
the
so yeah, so if you get something with nice interior done up, whatever, I
so
think
nice,
it's very nice.
so nice,
Nice. Yeah.
Hmm.
I see.
Okay,
See,
bye.
the interior, Bobby, I think it just sets it apart. You can get some nice imported AMG ones, which are very nice.
I like the
Yeah.
coupe of the W204. It's handsome. The W204 coupe, very handsome. Yeah, very unique. Anyway, come.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Sean, 400K budget, Cayman 2.7.
2.7.
It's
You don't need
cheaper, right?
400K.
Very cheap,
You don't need 400K
Yeah,
for the 2.7, bro.
2.7 is like 100
less
plus,
than 300. Less than 300 can get the 3.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
lor,
need
if
400K.
2.7, I think plus repairs also would hit 400, right?
Yeah,
It's very cheap. 2.7 is very cheap.
Get the 3.4 lah. 3.4. You see, 3.4 is
Yeah.
also below 300. It's also below 300.
Yeah.
Go for it. But if your budget is 400K, right? How much is a 911? 991? Earliest 991.
But I guess the budget and question of whether it's cash or loan.
No, 991, the earliest 991, I think.
Sort price low to high, bro.
Three year loan, 4 year loan talking about, like, no? 911.
No, not 997. 997 cash buy. 997 cash buy.
991.
You just type
991 price low to high.
No, you sort the year earliest to 2012. Okay.
High.
More or less.
Low to high. Yeah.
Yeah, he put 2012 first, and then no need. Okay. Come search. Low to high. That is interesting. Ta-da! You see, 428. Buy a 911, bro. You still can get loan. Why buy a Cayman?
You get loan for how many years is that?
You can get
4 years,
eight. Oh no! You can get a 7-8 year loan with 2013. You can get. Oh, Tana thinking already. Tana is like. Hey, 428. You nego. You walk straight up to them, bro. I'm buying now. I'm serious. Here's my booking. 30,000, and then ask them to discount to 400K. Done deal.
The one thing which I like about the 911,
yeah,
the rear two seats. So
yes, it's. I mean, if your budget is around this price, right, 400-ish, right, you can already get a 911, or you may be able to get a private seller that will let go of his AMG GT for this price. If your budget is up to 400K.
AMG GT.
Yeah, you can find private sellers that are willing to let go. I tell you, not listed through the dealer or whatnot lah. AMG GT should be 500 now, or late 400s. But I tell you, there are crazy private deals going around here.
Mike says you can get 380 to 390.
You see. See, that's why you should watch this show, right? Your 400K budget, you're looking for a 2.7 Cayman. You watch our show, now you can go for 911.
Wow, what an upgrade,
380, 390.
Up so much already.
Yeah, get a 911, bro. Why waste time on a Cayman, right? When your dream is a 911, right, Tana? Right?
Every time.
Okay,
guys, why don't we take a short break before we go into the final stretch of the show? All right.
Really the potong steam guy. The thing take out want to go in already. Switch on the
bro. We got sponsors, bro.
calming music.
Yeah, man. We have to thank HP for that.
Yeah, and also, but more importantly, we also need to thank our sponsors, Lucentia, BBCC, Marvelous, Evo Club Insurance, Evo Club Extended Warranty, Evo Club Fire Extinguisher.
Yeah. Thank you, Con. Sorry for misbehaving.
It's okay, one, because I have no choice, because if not right, Fan will have my head on the plate.
Even the boss got a boss.
Okay, come, let's come back to questions lah. So, wait, sorry. F5 BMW 550i or 3355 for the height and price.
335i lah.
Yeah, 550i is. You will get questions of why not the M5.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to pay crazy amount of money for a tax, make sure that you can be in love with it after 1 year, because it's like for Con, he'll find the money to pay for the Rotex for the E39 M5. if you don't have the passion for it, if you're asking this question now, that means you are not in love with 550i. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to buy the kind of car he wants to have. Like, no, this car I want. I'm passionate about it. I want to buy it.
The 550i in the Malaysian context absolutely does not make sense.
Okay, if you own a 550i F10, you are cooler than someone owning an M5.
But that's true also.
But remember this, you won't be invited to an M track day.
Yeah. And you will really struggle to sell the car when it's time to move it on.
And you are paying M5 road tax for a car that will just depreciate until ends. So next question. All right. I think Theophilus asked a question, right? Theophilus, did he ask a question? Quite long one. 954.
954. Once again, 954.
Wow, that one quite far back already.
I've been wanting to ask you guys. Yeah.
Don't unclick me, HP. Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't enjoy.
No.
What's that?
No, for me, when you watch this Fast and Furious movies, you just have to put all common sense aside, right? Otherwise, you cannot enjoy the movie.
No, I think I can accept not people. I mean, I can accept
who removed the highlight. Who removed the highlight? Yeah,
I don't know. Okay. So I can accept movies that are not logical. It's fun to watch. It's so nice to watch. I get it. Let's go up now, But so big.
Oh, sorry. Oh, disabled.
No, it's okay. But when you have cheesy lines, and you're like, why? It's like, it's family.
It's family. We're
family, bro.
No, we are family, bro.
I felt like I'm a car guy. I like Fast and Furious because I could get the car thing when it first came out.
The first one is even Tokyo Drift is for car guys. It's still. Hey, really go to space? I
think so.
I did not watch it, but did they really go to space with that spaceship looking car?
There, see, Tokyo Jet.
Oh my god!
Safe across, yeah.
Oh, that one was what lah? Was that one really had me like jaw dropped?
Anyway, to me, it's like what like they are filming the guy sitting in the car. Oh, wait, I'm sitting in the car now, and then it's the kind of show whereby you drive, and then inside the car you do this, then the car will jump outside. Okay. Enough of this.
Okay, come. Now, while we are on the topic of cars flying about and all, right, Eugene here is looking for a magic carpet ride for a modest budget of 1 to 200K. Don't mind buying new or second hand. Any recommendations? Magic carpet ride.
They really went to space. My God. Serious? Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so magic carpet ride, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't go wrong. Passat
B8. Even though Lexus LS might look like it, but you need to pay for the air suspension and all that. And,
yeah.
What would you look at in terms of a Mercedes?
or Lexus ES.
Yes. Good recommendation there. Lexus ES.
Yeah.
Lexus ES is now more E-Class than the E-Class.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's now a more E-Class than the E-Class.
Mm.
And speaking of the E-Class, we move on to the next question. The E300 Cabriolet, is it too big and clumsy for spirited drive, which destroys the purpose of its drop top feature?
No,
not meant to be
too
spirited
big,
drive.
To start with, the E-Class is not spirited
meant-
drive
yeah.
material, right?
No,
To start
but
with.
it's okay with the E-Class platform. It's not like
Yeah.
those old E-Class where they're clumsy and all that. But
Yep.
I think it's perfectly okay. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the best buys out there because
Correct.
you get 90% of what looks like a S-Class Cabrio,
Yeah.
right? And you are paying like such a huge difference. You're paying 1/5 of the price for what is essentially comparable to an S-Class Cabrio in presentation, in looks, in everything. You know. Yeah.
And the rear seats are properly spacious.
Proper rear seats.
Spacious. Yeah.
This two-door E-Class, I have a soft spot. I can't really.
Yeah. Me too.
I love the looks of this more than the 8 Series. You know.
Yes. Hey, this car looks stately. You know, this car has a stately look toward it.
You know, Con, I told you many times that I love the S-Class Cabrio and Coupe, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at the E-Class, right, you're like, why am I paying prices for the S and the maintenance for the S and all that nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Where you can.
Yeah.
So, Dylan, if you're watching, you bought a fantastic car, E300 Cabrio. It's just that do people bring in the 3-liter turbo for this one?
No,
right?
I mean, unless you speak to Chu Yang, I don't think so.
I wouldn't want a 2-liter
Reason.
in this car. I want at least a 3-liter in this car.
And
I drove the E53 AMG around Mae Hong Son.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. The car is brilliant. The handling,
which brings us
beats my
to the
6
next
Series.
question, actually.
Yep.
Which brings us to the next question, actually. E43 or E53 sedan?
I really have to say that I'm amazed with the E53. Apart from the white body, right? You almost get 80% of the E63 already, you know.
Correct.
And I haven't driven the new E43, but given that it's a 43 engine, we know how good it is. But the 53, right? What you get with the 53 is, of course, it has the 48-volt system, right?
Yeah.
So you get the push, you get 100% seamless start-stop.
Yeah.
I mean, when 100% seamless, it's like seamless transition, just like a PHEV, you know. And then Mercedes positioned it as a AMG, right? It's fantastic.
I think Amro's question is that from an E30, I think he wants to buy E350. He's saying that should I jump to an E43 or something else?
I think E43 is enough. If that's the case, E43 is enough. E53, you have the 48-volt system, which also means it's a mild hybrid. You won't know how reliable they are, but it's a mild hybrid. So it's I think they replaced the alternator with that little motor, right? Something like that, right? That can start the car and charge the car. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Now, last week we were talking about the Arteon, right, and how it's the best buy against the 3 Series, against the C-Class. But what do you think against a used 530i?
Arteon.
This one a bit more of a tougher choice. So with the Arteon, you still get better performance versus the 530i.
Hey, how come like that?
Oh, it's the filter.
Trying to show you my.
You have to put the drink within the zone of your body.
I want to show you my gin tonic.
Wow, your wife helped you to bring GNT for you.
No, she's doing it for herself. Then she bring me one.
Okay.
Hey, Con, I give you a bottle.
On time.
I give you a bottle, Con.
Yeah.
Okay, the Arteon has the same leg room as the 5 Series. How?
It does. It does.
Apa macam?
As Eric Winter told us last week with Thomas, the Arteon actually has a longer wheelbase than the Passat.
46 mm longer wheelbase than the Passat. I was amazed.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy when he tell me that, because I'm quite confident with my observation with cars one,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't recall the Passat has this kind of leg room. It's like, cannot be, So, yeah. 530i.
Once a newer car, newer technology, newer display. So
I would say evenly matched, right? In terms of whether who is new, who is old. 5 Series is more Camry-ish than the Arteon. The Arteon is sportier to drive, sharper to drive, more eager to drive fast. The 5 Series, right, just wants to relax. It just wants to relax. It's the whole car just so calm, so quiet, so smooth. I remember in my review I said it's the most Camry-like 5 Series, which is a compliment. It's a compliment. The car can do all the turns and curves and all that. It's the way it's tuned. They really make really soft, very smooth. Yeah, that's what they did with that car.
Probably so with the frameless windows, how's the NVH in the Arteon?
Okay, no issues.
It didn't feel noisy.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah.
So I think the point is there are two different cars. One's more for chilling out, relax. One's more sportier drive, and
I would say the Arteon can do what the 5 Series does.
Yeah.
Right, and the 5 Series don't really have that part of the duality of what the Arteon does. And the Arteon, you get a full size seats and all that. So I would say go for the Arteon. For the Arteon.
I got a comment
and the Arteon will turn more heads than the 5 Series.
Definitely. But the 5 Series, again, the 5 Series is from a bigger segment, if you're looking for the kind of, if you want a car that is super comfortable, luxurious, stately, right, then you go with the 5 Series.
Then the 5 Series is an easy choice.
I get proper headroom behind the 5 Series. The Arteon, my head is like one finger away from the headliner, so, All right.
Okay.
Come.
So very, very interesting comment. Just that. Wait, once again, Robert King says they shot the Fast and Furious when we were in Evo Enduro.
Oh,
in Thailand. I didn't know that, So interesting.
You should have been toured that time.
Krabi, they shoot in Krabi.
You should have told us. We brought all our cars there. They got free cars to show in Fast and Furious. With all the liveries and more.
Anna, have you been to Krabi?
Yes, I have.
To me, it's a scam.
I go for diving, so I go there and dive. So
by Krabi at that time when we were on the way up.
If you want to go, you can go by Krabi and go.
Okay, you all know, right? When the Thai government, when they want to promote one place, right, they will show the beach and all that. So when there was a time when Krabi was really famous, right? So me and my wife is like, we thought Krabi is a beach, Then we arrived at Krabi airport. Then we went up the van. We were in the van for like almost 1.5 hours. Where's the beach? All we are seeing is just trees. Then only I bothered to check the map. That time not that used to checking maps and all that, Then I look at, fuck man, Krabi is as big as Negeri Sembilan.
Krabi,
it's a province. Krabi is a province, bro.
No, and the so-called beach area is just a row of shops.
And the beach, right? You can take the boats to reach the same islands that you reach with Phuket. So they are using those islands that Phuket reach, right, to tell us it's Krabi. It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
People who dive, they go Krabi and they can just take a boat elsewhere. It's cheaper, So, but if you're into nightlife, Phuket is the way place to go.
Oh yeah.
And I went to the beach area there. The food is horrible. The food is horrible. It's comparable to when we were at Songkla. Is this not Songkla? Not Songkla. The place we went before we reached Phuket. We stay one night there.
Yeah. It's more Muslim No offense,
Satun.
because the way it's structured in Thailand is that the lower parts of Thailand is more southern part is more Muslim. You go so
So the Thai food is not that authentic.
but it's one of the best Malay food I ever had.
Malay food is nice. I mean, but
No, it's like one of the best Malay food I ever had was in Satun. So
Satun has a lot of Malays, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Short now in my point.
Okay, so here's a
let's
portion
wrap it up.
here's a portion 911 question. 991 Carrera or 99 or older generation but turbo. So base 991 or higher grade older 997.
I will go for 991.
Tana?
Even though I like 997,
I've only driven the 997 base and 991. So I think if you got the money, honestly, say in Porsche, I think if you got the money, newer is better. Simple as that. If you got no money, what budget you have, you buy for that.
My neighbor and his partner, the one that always buy car, he had the SLS AMG, he bought the FF during this pandemic, right? He bought an i8. That day I just saw him downstairs with a 997 turbo. I was like, and then last year end he bought an A7 for 80,000. He sold it for 130,000, bro.
Oh.
Anyway, then I saw him in a 997 turbo. The one that he bought, right? I think the previous owner always go to those endurance driver, because the whole car, the stickers all look like enduro ready. Then I was like, "Hey, you bought a 997 turbo?" I was like, "Oh yeah." How was it? He was like, "No lah, bro. Turbo don't come. You wait for the turbo to come. The turbo come, it's too fast. You want the turbo to go away. It's the old school turbo where, when it comes, it's like." Then he was like, "No lah. The car is old and all that. I'll go with the 991 Carrera. Even though I know the 997 turbo is sought after. It will hold its value, And to me, it looks really good. I like how the 997 looks. But if you're really gonna drive it daily and all that, I think 991 will be a
more
daily car.
usable.
It's like if you got cash, you buy the newest we can afford. If not, there are certain Porsche which is collectible, like maybe the 996 turbo or 997 turbo. It's like collectible, or a Targa top, So those ones you want to buy because they're unique and you appreciate it for the uniqueness, but not because you want to compare which is better to drive,
Like Josiah keeps saying that he wanted to trade his 996 N8. He wanted to find a 996 turbo, right? I don't think after he got a turbo he will enjoy. Oh fuck, man, the 997 is so good looking, way. So damn good looking, 997. Okay. 997 is just. I still like the 997 looks. I still like the 997.
What about the size, Bobby?
The size
bigger.
also.
They become bigger now.
I prefer the 997 size.
That's a fact.
But what you said about the old school turbo thing does make a lot of sense. Right? I think you and I both know that the 997 is perhaps the more desirable, but the 991 is the easier to live with any time of the day.
Way easier, to buy, to pay loan, to maintain,
So it's like the 997 is a car that you want in your porch. But if let's say you have both on your porch, you probably drive the 991 more often.
Yes,
definitely.
One is 400k cash, one is 400k loan, way. Huge difference, way. Huge.
That's
difference,
true. That's true.
Huge difference. Oh, there's another. Okay.
A250 or Mazda 3. Mazda 3 Turbo got in Malaysia.
Not here in Malaysia yet.
We only got the CX-5.
Yeah.
But seeing how ridiculously fast the CX-5 Turbo is, the Mazda 3,
for me, I will want people to see me step out of a Mazda 3 more than an A-Class.
I'm not sure about that, but I would rather step into a Mazda 3 Because at least I know the aircraft control don't shake.
Yeah, I would go with the Mazda 3.
If it's a car that can look back and say, wow, good looking, Mazda 3.
You
know, like I look back like, wow, nice.
Okay, Tana, I want to ask this hypothetical question now.
Oh, yo, susahnya. Okay,
okay.
Go on.
Let's say both same price at 220,000.
Okay.
Same price.
And
same price.
With my own money, yeah?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Mercedes has got the logo there.
So Tana, is it going to be a case of, but it's still a Mercedes?
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy this. I won't buy 850 because it's just very harsh in its ride. You know?
Hey, the new one is not what?
Hey, this one is not. This one is quite comfortable.
Okay. It's okay. The Mazda 3 is harsher though. The Mazda 3 is harsher. The Mazda 3 has the lousier infotainment system.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow you to press when you're driving because it's safety and
it has less rear room. It has a smaller boot. And behind the B pillar, the build quality all cannot compare to.
I think Bobby, there's actually two questions here, you know, because one question is, what car would you buy? And you look back and you're like, oh, it's beautiful, and that's one part of it. And the other one is the finance part of it. It's like you buy a car for a price. You see, whether you pay 200K for a car or 100K for a car is immaterial, because what is material is you buy the car, you sell the car, you pay the installment. Those three factors of its value in 5 years. The question of how much you pay a monthly, that's the equation.
Like what Bobby always says, exit price.
Yeah,
correct. So the exit price, correct. And you must work out what the difference is, and you can see how much you can afford. Today I can afford $1,000 a month installment. Tomorrow I can afford 2K or 3K. So they're all different. And which is a segment we've got to do, Bobby. We've got to do, Bobby, not about 200K car price to compare with 3K installment a month. What can you buy for? You know. But coming back to the story over here is, end of the day, if you can't look at your car and say the car looks beautiful, doesn't matter it's 100K or 200K, you're done for. To me, the 850 looks like it's gone. It's a goner, you know. I'll buy the 3 because the looks is way better. You know, you look at the color, it's all red, so beautiful. You're like, oh my god, look at the car. You know, it's just beautiful to look at from outside. I'm shallow.
To me, it's much easier if it's the previous A class. The current A class,
hard to bang. But
they have removed all the flaws, so it's
a more
really an okay car to go for.
It's a much more polished product.
It's an okay car, polished car, but do you go like, wow, it's so beautiful to look at? It's
okay.
Is it?
Tana,
would you do that?
I would put this comparison. The Mazda 3 is, you can see Mazda giving their absolute best in the car, whereas with the A class, Mercedes have scaled down a bit of their know-how to give you something at a budget.
True.
It's like buying an Arteon. What else done? That is their flagship model.
Correct.
Among all the guys in the VW group, you go there, you want Arteon, shit, it's flagship. No denying this.
Oh, I still remember this drive, man. One of my most amazing morning drive. I tell you, the road is so wet that morning, you know, and I'm going flat out in the Mazda 3 because of the confidence it gives me, you know. There were so many times 4 wheels are sliding, you know, bro. And I have full confidence going in this car in that kind of speed. In the car, the road is absolutely damp. It's like super wet, bro.
I immensely enjoyed the Mazda 3 hatchback.
I wouldn't dare to drive like that in the A class.
It was one of my more memorable drives, of all the cars I've driven. It was one of the more memorable drives because it was like, I couldn't explain it because it was so planted. It was comfortable. The interior, the fact that even down to the color, the intensity of the color of the dashboard, of the lights in the inside. I liked it. You know, I'm very anal about certain things. Like, for example, everything was perfect in the car. You know, I think, I like the Mazda 3. Sorry.
Actually, mine would go to the Mazda 3 also.
I'll go with the Mazda 3. But if it's turbo, I don't know.
I don't know.
The behavior will be different.
No. Set aside money for brake upgrades, because what you will get is you will probably get the same brakes as the 2.0 NA.
Yeah.
Mazda has this habit of underspecking their brakes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No, it's not underspecking their brakes, but they put in the 2.5 turbo and then that's it. They call it a day off and then just drive the car. All right, come.
Okay.
Let's finish off the few questions.
30 to 40
30.
Wow.
This one
out of my knowledge zone.
Do a search. What you can get?
We need to summon Chris V.
Okay, I'm pretty confident 30-40K you can get a Cayenne. But it's not reliable.
It's probably not fuel efficient either.
Economy.
I'm wondering about the first gen CX-5 though.
It's not this price. 100% not this price. This price definitely cash buy, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, it is. Wait, what car is that? 30. What's that? CRV. Oh,
What is
get
that?
the CRV law. Get the CRV law. Reliable.
Reliable, but okay. Let's do this. HP. Let's do this, sir. Let's say cars after 2014.
Fuck man,
SUV.
Ford Kuga can get loan way.
Ford Kuga.
Wow.
38K.
But it's not reliable.
Hey, no lah. Kuga is okay because it doesn't have DCT. It's not power shift.
There are people who change the gearbox also. Who was that? That girl in Carlis? Oh, she left when you joined. What's her name? The Kuga also same thing.
Peugeot 308. It's also in the same price range.
Not reliable.
Not reliable. We've got
Tucson.
the Hyundai Tucson.
Hey, Tucson is it solves the reliability question lah.
Horrible interior lah. The Tucson interior. My God, the old Tucson. 30-40K SUV. CRV, really, man.
Yeah, CRV is the safest bet.
Santa Fe 2.4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cheap, Santa Fe.
34,800. 214. I'm looking for 214 onwards. That's my.
2014.
I mean, for me lah.
Oh my God. 2014 depreciated about 130K.
Yeah. So from
this one.
This one, the interior horrible lah, bro.
Yeah. The one after this is nice. What? This Sorento is 40 grand? No way.
Get the Sorento. Cannot
argue.
This one
good eh.
This one cannot argue. This one interior nice.
This one cannot argue eh.
So modern the design.
Sitting capacity is good.
Hey, look at the rear design. X5, bro.
And then you have obviously the XV, Subaru XV, same price range.
Okay. Then get the Kia.
Yeah.
Reliable, big. Right. 2014 way. Is as new as
a new car. Yeah.
As my Audi. To me, 2014 is a new car.
To me, Bobby, I think after COVID, you must think at least. If 240 means now it's 7 years minus 2 years, it's a 5-year car. So everybody out there, that's what you think.
2 years in limbo, right? 2 years in limbo.
It's a 5-year car. 5-year car. Okay, but good lah. Get it.
Someone suggest Harrier this price, man.
Oh, Harrier lah.
Oh, Harrier, yeah.
I think about 208 or I think like really old, For me, it's like SUVs are not cheap to maintain. Tires, suspensions, they're not cheap to maintain. So the older you want to get, if you get it's a good home, took care of it, you may consider. Or you go off-road, everything you modify and do it, doesn't matter. But if not, go for a newer one.
Hey, someone asked Brian Anil Jeremiah, he asked FNR to FN2R. I have a soft spot for FN2R.
What time was this comment?
10:41. I
10:41.
love how this.
Yes. So we are back to the Civic. Nice.
Yes. I like how it looks. The FN2R. It just looks really good. I don't care what people say. Yeah, has the same engine as the FD2R. 75K. Go, go, go. Buy, buy, buy.
And still on the Honda Civic, this guy sold his FD2R for a price he can't refuse, and considering an FK8, do you think the price will sustain or drop with so many recons bringing them in?
Of course it will drop.
It will, yeah. It won't hold its value like your FD2R did, lah. Chances are you won't get an offer you can't refuse the way you did with your FD2R.
You want FK8R, man? Oh, you look at this. Hey, it's prettier than the FD2R, right?
Oh, of course.
Damn nice, way. I like this car. I like the way
it has the same interior as the FD, right? But it's just that this is a more Euro-centric shape.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the comment over here from Robot King, FK8R will go up. England factory closity.
Oh, different interior than the FD2R. Yeah, it's different.
Okay. But it's still the same concept, right?
Damn nice.
Yeah. So here's one more. Thomas Tay is asking about the 2019 Mazda CX-5 diesel all-wheel drive. Reliability of Mazda's diesel engine. As far as I know, no issues with reliability.
No issues.
Just that if you are buying the diesel, yes, make sure it's all-wheel drive, because the front-wheel drive one is quite scary in the wet.
And Mazda has the lowest compression diesel engine.
Yeah. So
that contributes a lot to reliability also.
Yeah, reliability, the smoothness, the behavior of the Mazda diesel engine is very smooth, very petrol-like.
Even the engine was actually quite quiet.
Yeah. So I always compare it against a BMW diesel. You don't get the same level of acceleration. You don't get the same fuel economy, but you get a much smoother performing engine.
And zero smell. No diesel smell from Mazda diesels. Amazing. No diesel smell. You know how embarrassing it is to park a diesel car running when people are around you? The smell just emanates out, right? But Mazda diesel, zero.
Was it the CX-3 that we test drove? The CX-3 diesel?
I don't know. I've drove a lot of Mazda diesel. There's one video me and Beng kneel behind the diesel and start taking gas of air. You know, there's no smell at all.
Honestly, the Mazda CX-30 1.8 diesel, I wasn't impressed by it.
Yeah, actually, it was for the price you pay. It was like, oh my god, for this price.
Yeah, for me, I because the Mazda 2.2 diesel is so good. Then when I drove the 1.8, it's like it felt lacking, you know. And I'm unlike the two of you, I'm quite okay to go with these two, choose diesel one. But even then, also it's like the CX-30 diesel was like, wow, I drive it buy the petrol for this. But for CX-5,
and among the three
diesel,
I have a diesel, and I love diesel. So again, I love diesel for truck use. The sound is nice, it's comfortable. I love diesels, but I think the application is right. Like, the SUV, the CX-5 is so nice to begin with. It's so they have made the sound of the car also nice, so it's a very comfortable place to be in. So
I think diesel not for passenger cars lah, right? Con, you know something Jack Barrett told me back during his first visit to Malaysia?
When you bought your S4, right?
Yes. And then he said, I said, hey, but why Americans are not using diesels, blah, 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 and all that lah. You know what he told me is amazing. He was like, one day, very soon the Europeans will realize they are on the wrong path and the whole Europe would just banish diesel altogether. He told me this 11 years ago. And he told me my S4's 3-liter supercharged engine will be the last time that Audi makes a supercharged engine. And that was Audi's first supercharged engine. That time just arrived, right? He said it will be the last. And true enough, it's the last. Amazing, this guy.
His knowledge and insight is impressive.
Diesel is the fuel of Satan. Okay, last question. Come on, last one, and then we have to end this already. John Raj.
Okay. A7 or 6 Series Grand Coupe, or CLS?
I let you all answer lah. You all will know my answer already.
For me, it's the 6 Grand Coupe lah. This
Kanan,
generation CLS is the prettiest.
I'm trying to like the A7, but the 6 Series looks better.
6 Series lah. 6 Series.
I'm trying to like the A7 more.
But the CLS is so beautiful.
It does. It is. Yes.
But nothing compares to the GC lah for this segment. Even though it has the worst rear passenger room lah. Wow, HP is fast way.
Oh,
HP, I love you. And the A7 facelift is one of the worst facelift out there.
Yeah,
they turn an A7 look like an A5.
This whole generation.
Wow, did you just find the CLS with the low spec headlight? Not bad, man.
That's facelift, right?
Because the you see the lower, that 3 LED, right? Usually that's like just the low spec headlight from Mercedes.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but these things, it looks like a normal Mercedes lah.
The CLS has the worst interior here because it's the same as the E-Class.
Same as the
W212. W212. Oh, look at the A7 pre-facelift. So damn nice. So damn nice.
This one I like lah.
Right? The facelift look like crap, right? The A7.
Exactly. It fits the A6 whatever, but not for the A7. Like A7 is
exactly. This headlamp is so pretty. A7 is the most spacious car here. The most luxurious riding as well. The CLS has the same interior as the W211 E-Class. And, the 6GC just looks like a just different profile. It look the 6GC has that kind of, it's like the repeats profile, right?
It's a million. It's $1 million car.
Yeah, it's not a slanted back profile, you know. It's a
it's
long
amazing
kind of profile.
You know, it's amazing how BMW derived this 6GC from a coupe design and got the proportions like spot on.
And it looks prettier than the two-door.
Yeah. The proportions is just spot on.
Yeah. The 6GC is just beautiful. Go with the 6GC lah for me.
6GC lah, easy choice. Okay.
All right.
Oh so
my God,
guys,
look at the A7. Fuck. So damn nice.
There's a question from Bang Drives. I'm not sure whether it's a benches or not.
No. Oh,
no, it's not.
Cooper R56
Go, buy.
Wow, your profile is R35, but you asked for R56.
I had the Mini Cooper R56 generation. I think it's beautiful. It's the prettiest Mini. That is the prettiest Mini of all generations. And interior plastics will fall off, and generally reliable. Yeah. But
you find new plastics on the floor every day.
It's a fantastic car.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's wrap up.
Whoa.
And guys, so as usual, for the rest of the week, there'll be more shows to look forward to. Tomorrow, Chris Wee will be hosting our good friend from the media, Al Bakri, in his show Crisscross Tuesday.
Oh yes.
Wednesday. Oh yes. Al Bakri is a very good friend of ours, and tomorrow, and a fellow biker with Chris. These two guys are buddies lah, inseparable lah. So getting them to share their friendship live tomorrow will be very, very fun to watch. Then of course, every Wednesday, Alex Stamrock, all the way from Kuching, will be here to serenade us with his tunes. And of course, HP, Rachel, the rest of them, our Chinese-speaking HP, Rachel, Chu Yang, and Apple, they will be hosting the Chinese language live show. And Tana,
Thursday.
Thursday, come tell us about your show.
Legend,
yeah, Prakash. So you would have seen Prakash in Bobby's video in our drives. He comes along, just an inspirational person to talk with. And I think during COVID, you want to hear positive spirits, and I think he's one of the more positive person that we have in our group.
Absolutely.
We brought a lot more, and he's a winner every time. Here's a story. You'll be inspired. Bobby is joining us, so it'll be a great one this Thursday.
Oh, lovely. That would be lovely. That would be so lovely. And Friday, of course, we will have Top Gear with Thomas. He hasn't
he didn't give us
any
the email
yet.
He hasn't released his poster to me yet. All right, but Friday
This
will
one
be
is Sunday.
Sunday.
This one.
Anna.
What makes a good tire?
So we are guys from Goodyear coming on to talk about tires and selections and
Oh,
how the rings are.
lovely.
So Goodyear marketing people are joining us this week. Last week we had Banil coming from ST and KW. It was a fun session. So
Yeah. That was a very good show. Yeah, very good.
Tana, I want to try their tires.
Jom, let's do it.
What's that? Asymmetric Super Sport. I've heard so good things about it. I had the Eagle F1A3 last time, and I love it. And I think everybody, right, don't just go out there every day PS4. I tell you, there are a lot of tires just as good, if not better, or comparable to PS4. You know, there are so many out there, like Goodyear Eagle F1. You know, Contis. There are so many great tires out there. So yeah, it's not just one good tire out there.
Okay, then
that's part of life, isn't it? Try different things, you know, and see how they are. Come up with your own.
Yes.
Because it's like, I think, in my opinion, Bobby, like every car is different. So and every driver is different. You for your driving comfort, for your car, for your weight, for your power, you may have a tire that you actually like. So go there, try different tires.
Yes. All right, guys.
So
that's it. So again, just to recap, Monday we have the show with Bobby and Con to start the week. Tuesday we got Chris Cos with Chris Wee, and we also have got the Mandarin sessions. Wednesday we've got with Alex Demrock. Thursday with myself. Friday we have with Thomas. Saturday is still free because we want you to rest. So you come back on Sunday for a show with Mike, and we do it all over again. So
Sunday is supposed to be our drive, right? Our session.
on Tana. I mean, none of us will be able to understand what you're talking, but
exactly.
But
guys,
really,
stay safe.
thank you so much, and we hope it's amazing, right, Tana? The kind of people we meet in Evo Club, right? People like Prakash and all that, and it's just I don't know how to say this, but I'm surrounded by awesome people. You know, after we had Evo Club, right? It's just amazing the kind of people that we meet, and appreciate all that. And everybody, stay safe and stay alive so that you all can join our next drive. All right.
Correct. We want to come out all of this alive, and we can so that we can like meet again safely again.
Yes. All right. And thank you, HP. You want to appear or not to say bye-bye?
Guys, in the comment section, please give your love and applause to HP. He has worked tirelessly to keep all those pictures, videos, and what running. So really appreciate.
Man. All right. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good night, guys. Take care. Stay safe. See you in the next video or the next live feed.
Good night, Tana.
Bye, guys.
Bye.